Hi, my name is Joe Blair. This is U.S. Cremation Equipment. We're located in the Orlando area of Florida. We supply cremation systems for human and animals. And what we find are funeral directors that are coming around looking to get into the cremation business, since it is about roughly 50% of how people are handled after life. And we're also finding that there's a lot of people that are having their animals, their pets, cremated in addition to it.
And you have pictures of your equipment here because the equipment is way too big to actually bring to a show.
Yeah, the smallest human cremation system we have is 24,000 pounds. The largest is 36,000 pounds. We would have to have a crane and rigging crew to bring it into place, and it would not fit through the door.
So when somebody actually buys a unit, though, you've got a crane to deliver it?
Yes, you have to have a crane to take it off the truck. You have to have it put on what's called skates, and you have a rigging crew that actually moves it into position. And there has to be a large crane to pick up the stack, which is the chimney, in essence, coming out of the machine, to lift over the roof of the building and down through a small hole and position it in place.
So they need to know where they're going to put this before they have it delivered.
Yes, we spend a great deal of time making sure we don't get the phone call of, why didn't I know that?
Yes, we don't want that.
No, we don't want that.
So these pictures are of the classic.
This is our most common system. This is a human cremator.
Okay.
And this, in essence, will handle a person up to 800 pounds in size. They can also handle a person with a casket on the side. We have animal cremators that look just like the human system, they're just smaller. And then we have larger systems. These are primarily been supplied into places Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, Australia, because it's customary to put an entire wood, very expensive casket inside for the cremation. So the larger the system, the faster it will do the process, and it's more stable, and you can just do more weight and more size.
Now, are these natural gas fired?
They can either be natural gas, they can be propane. Typically natural gas is less expensive, because propane has been pretty volatile on the commodities market in the last couple of years.
Okay. Electric? Do people do electric?
It uses electric. It can do single or three-phase, but it's not really a major consumption. There's a blower in the back of the machine for handling the gases during the process. And that's what forces it underneath the machine to go through the air pollution portion of it and then up to the stack.
So what's the story on emissions from cremation?
The story on emissions, it's interesting because most people think that there's ashes coming out of it. That's not the case. Cremains is more like, to put it bluntly, it's more like a cat litter type feel to it. Our cremators literally pollute less than a school bus. Substantially less than a restaurant, and substantially less than a fireplace in a house.
Wow.
Matter of fact, the EPA, the U.S. EPA, considers us such a minor source of pollution, they don't regulate us anymore.
Now, how about the CO2 that's generated?
It's a minimal amount.
They've gotten more efficient.
They're much more efficient, and they put out less than an automobile.
Okay. I know that in the past the average was 352 pounds of CO2 per person per cremation.
It varies. The numbers can be very confusing. You would have to go into the case size or the body size. You have to go through what type of system we went through, residence time of the pollution control and all those things. But the numbers sound very big, but they really aren't. Your typical fast food place is many, many times more.
So avoid going to the fast food places. And maybe you'll avoid the cremator for longer.
Yeah, we'll stay out of you won't be a customer for a while.
Yeah. Any other information you'd like to provide?
They're basically heavy-duty systems. They're extremely reliable, about 99% uptimes. They cost $100,000 or more. The operator, to learn how to run it, takes about 5 hours to train them.
And how long does a cremation take?
Cremation can take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours down to 60 minutes. Depends on the size of the machine and the size of the body.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.